Hello guys, this is Kerwin from Meta-Luban. Today, I'm gonna show you something that everybody is concerning and excited. Our thorough water cooling solution is ready to meet with you. Meta-Luban spent a lot of energy and time on our water cooling products, from its upgrade to infrastructure. Combined with some client feedback, we did a lot of corresponding adjustments, and now we can provide different solutions for different models and different clients, such as the family miner, small-scale or large-scale mining farm. So please take your desk and snacks. Let's go. The first part is the water cooling upgrade, also the foundation of our water cooling solution. The data of a development process and the testing stage can be found on our YouTube channel. And in the whole process of research and development, the water cooling power supply is the key point of our project all the time. Also the key point that everybody focuses on. And actually it is a very difficult thing to do. But the good news is that it's done and ready for the market. And first of all these water cooling products are aimed at all the S19 series of iron miner. If you want to upgrade your S19 series to water cooling one, our upgrade kit is needed. Compared with the upgrade kit in the previous video, this one is the final version after the performance optimization we have done. And we retained 2 fans after upgrade for solving the residual heat generated on the other side of the water cooling boards. Then if the inside hot air is pumped out, the miner can optimize their temperature of their hashboards. Then the average temperature of 3 hashboards is just 40 to 50 degrees. It just needs a lower fan speed and there is almost no noise. Okay, now let's introduce all of these accessories in our water cooling upgrade kit and the testing data of the miner's operation after upgrade. Okay, the first one is this 7000 watts power supply, which has a 3% lower energy consumption ratio than the previous one. This is the control board, which is also a very important part to determine whether your miners can be overclocked. And if your miner is S19J or S19J Pro, you just need this control board developed by Meta-Luban to replace the original one. And if your miner is S19 or S19 Pro, you just need to plug this SD card into the original control board. And this SD card includes the overclocking firmware. And these 2 overclocking ways allow all the miners to freely adjust the frequency according to the coin price. And this is the final version of our water cooling board. If we don't optimize the cooling of this part, the temperature here will reach into 110 degrees when the overclocking rate is around 50%, which is very dangerous. For better solving the leakage, we use the double-sealed waterproof design on these 2 connectors. And a lot of water cooling boards in the market, they don't consider the problems that may happen when using. And if it occurs such as the overheating, burning or leakage, the loss will be very huge for miners. And Meta-Luban studied and optimized this water cooling board again and again, so that we got the final version. And then Meta-Luban will always adhere to the product optimization so that the miners can get a better using experience. And these are 2 redesigned copper bars, and the other accessories are the same as the last video. Okay, now let's check the overclocking performance after the water cooling upgrade. It can be seen that our data has been improved to different degrees after every optimization, and Meta-Luban will always adhere to the product optimization to maximize the performance. Actually, the water cooling upgrade is very easy. You just need some simple tools and can complete it independently. And if you are interested in the specific upgrade process, you can find it on our YouTube channel. Then now, water cooling upgrade is done. And look at this, it looks so cool, right? And now we need some infrastructures to run it. And aimed at family miner, large-scale or small-scale mining farms, we have different solutions for them. So now let's go to check what they are. If you are a family miner with just several machines, how do we choose our water cooling products? We can install this independent fan cooling equipment. And this equipment also uses 3-phase voltage. It is very easy to use. You just need to connect this upgraded miner to it and add the coolant, and then you can run a water cooling miner directly. And now let's check the noise situation. It is around 40 to 50 dB, and compared with the air cooling miner, it is around 80 to 90 dB. So actually, the noise of this equipment is much lower than the air cooling miner, and which is also acceptable for all the miners. So now let's go to check the testing data of S19 Pro 110T after using this equipment. Okay, now let's check the S19 Pro 110T firstly, and about its energy consumption ratio and the overclocking performance. And as you can see, this miner just ran about 33 minutes, and the average hash rate has reached 180 terahash, and the overclock rate is around 61%. And about the chip's temperature, it is around 40 to 60 degrees. And now let's go to check the power consumption. Okay, as you can see, the whole power consumption of this S19 Pro 110T is 66 kilowatts. Then the energy consumption ratio is 36.6, which is better than the previous testing data. If you just have a single-phase voltage in your home, you can still use our 4500 watts air cooling power supply. Even though the overclocking profit is not good as the water cooling power supply, you can still get a stable 30% overclocking profit, and they can reduce effectively the noise. And no matter what solution you're gonna use, the outlet temperature from here is 40 degrees, which can be used for household heating, heat recovery, and reuse in some cold areas. This equipment can reduce more than 90% damage rate. That is to say, the maintenance and repair cost will be relatively low. Okay, let's finish this part, and now please come with me to take a look at the water cooling cabinet on the other side. So let's go. Okay, follow me. And this is the next product I'm gonna introduce to you. If you are a small-scale miner, just with a few dozen machines, I recommend to use this water cooling cabinet holding 30 units, and it is 2.05 meters long and 0.95 meters wide and 2.2 meters high. And now let's open it and check what the inside looks like. Here are 5 layers inside, and each layer can take 6 units S19 series. The cold water will enter into the running miner from these tubes with blue valves, and then the hot water will flow out from the miner into these tubes with red valves to take the heat of miners away. And then all this plug is for the 3-phase voltage, and then actually the inside temperature is just a little higher than outside. That is because there are so many fans on the back of the cabinet, which can suck some deposited heat away from the inside. Okay, now let's check the remote controlling screen. You can check all kinds of parameters and adjust them. For example, the fan in the cabinet, PDU, the tower pump, and something else. You can also choose the language, English or Chinese if you want. And then it also includes the online calcium and magnesium ion monitoring system to achieve the automatic fixed discharge of old water from the cooling tower, reduce the concentration of calcium and magnesium ions, reduce the scaling, and extend the continuous running time of this cooling system. This one is the power distribution cabinet, and let's check the inside. And the 5 units control the 5 layers miners inside the cabinet. And then please come here. This part is the circulation system. Here is the water pump of internal circulation, and this is the expansion tank. And here are 2 temperature sensors, and there are 2 also. And the core part, the heat exchange module. The hot water from the internal circulation will enter into this module from this tube, and then the cold water from the external circulation will enter into this module from this tube. And after heat exchange, the water will go back to their own circulation system from here and from here. And these 2 tubes are connected to the water cooling tower and the water pump of external circulation, and they are on the top floor. So now let's go to check them. Then these are the water pump and the water cooling tower, and the required minimum flow rate of the water cooling tower is 30 cubic meters per hour, and the daily average water consumption is 1 to 1.5 tons. And then heat dissipation of water happens here, and actually it is very cool. Okay, now let's come back to check the testing data and overclocking performance of the miners in our water cooling cabinet. And you can see here, we don't overclock these 2 miners, so let's check the other S19 Pro. The real-time hash rate reaches 181 terahash. That's incredible. And the running time is around 4 days and 2 hours. And then you can see here, the overclocking rate is very stable, around 60%. And this is the average temperature. The average temperature is around 40 to 50 degrees. And now let's check the other one. Look at this one. Real-time hash rate is also reaches 181 terahash, and the same running time, and the overclocking rate is more stable than the last one. It is around 61%. Also, the average temperature is also lower than the last one. And about the consumption, you can also check this data sheet. It shows the different power consumption and different consumption ratio under different overclocking rate. You can choose the suitable overclocking rate according to the current cooling price and your power cost. And present, due to the high temperature in Middle East, the air cooling miner cannot run, and the low power cost in South America, our water cooling cabinet is very popular in these 2 regions and in a great demand. In the future, we will also launch the application online control system, which can carry out the remote monitoring and intelligent control, realize the distributed mining in real sense and that time. Okay, what's your feeling about the overclocking performance? It's so exciting, right? And if you are large-scale miner or mining farm, you can consider our water cooling container holding 252 INT miner. Just check this video on our YouTube channel. As far as I know, the proportion of water cooling miners in the world will reach 80 to 90% in the next year, and all the manufacturers are going all to produce the water cooling miners. Meta-Luban is the unique full set of water cooling solutions provider in the world, and also a diversified service provider. Let us map out our strengths together in this bear market and hand in hand enter into this water cooling era. If you have any questions, just comment below or keep following us. For more information, just visit our website. And that is all for today's video. So see you next time. Bye.